Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is NoDust here, and we are going to finally finish my Paladin Arena, which I started in December 2015, so almost 2 months ago. And yeah, I've just been sitting on this, and it's time to get it out of the way. So let's hop into the game. As you can see here, we're at 4-1, as you can tell from my win-loss counter up here, and from the summary screen. I'm just going to have a quick look at the list and refamiliarize myself. So we've got Wiz, Redemption. It's a very early game. I guess with this amount of early game, I need to consider how much card draw I have. So I've got the Wiz with 1, Loot Hoarder with 2 card draw. Brew is like 3, 2.5 card draw. Hammer is 4. So we've got 4 sources of card draw, but it's very likely that I might run out of steam if I don't keep things such as like a keeper or a pit fighter. So I've sort of come around to the idea that if you have a very early game list, the mulligan, you might want to mulligan a little bit differently to have a strong, like, it's like a 4-drop or a 5-drop, and that gives you sort of the tempo and the guaranteed play. It gives you the guaranteed play because you're so likely to draw into your early game that keeping a guaranteed mid-range or late game play is pretty powerful. It seems to have worked out recently. Anyway, so let's queue up and I'll see you guys in the mulligan. Okay, and it's an Uther mirror match. I probably do want to look for a 1-drop. Now, the question is, do I want to keep a Direwolf? Direwolf is much better late game, and Direwolf is also much better with a muster in hand. So I may actually even throw the Direwolf back. Yeah, since I'm going to be playing Loot Hoarder on 2, Direwolf is a little awkward until turn 4. So it sort of becomes a turn 4 play. It could be a turn 3 play, Loot Hoarder, and then Direwolf to buff the Loot Hoarder. But I really don't want to expose such a high-value minion. There we go. We have curved out quite nicely with the turn 1 Redemption into turn 2 Loot Hoarder. Potentially drawing me 2 cards. Well, eventually, potentially drawing me 2 cards. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've played this list. I am by no means guaranteeing that I'm going to do well at all. We could just bomb out and go 4-3, and that wouldn't surprise me at all. So let's just see how we go. Pretty good. So we got the draw, and then it's going to come back, and we're going to get another draw. I think that was worthwhile. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and that extra draw has done a lot of work for me. Let's see what comes out of this second Loot Hoarder. Hammer's going to be nice next turn if he doesn't trade. And I think I developed the Farseer just to directly challenge the Berserker. And noting that he's used the coin that locks out Coin Sword. That's the biggest. Okay, so that sort of. Alright. That's not great. Yeah, it was a big tempo turn for him. Now, do I want a Keeper to set? No, see, that's... Keeper would actually buff his board. I guess that's one instance where Keeper isn't great against like a token board and against like a zoo board. Not a zoo board, but like your opponent floods the board and you have a turn 4 Keeper. What does that actually do for you? Because it actually ends up buffing his board. It's better in the mid game, but yeah, for now I will just hammer the Berserker and set up for my Pit Fighter next turn. Okay, that's not too bad either. Yeah, so Keeper actually much better on turn 6, where you can dude, like if you're behind, turn 6 dude Keeper is much better, but on turn 4, Keeper is fairly weak if you're behind. So that's something to note down actually. So Keeper is fairly weak if you have no board on turn 4. Good on turn 6, however. Okay, and now what do I want to do? Now I can use the Keeper to nerf the Mechanical Yeti, although I don't think that's strictly necessary right now. I can develop the Pit Fighter and it goes down to Yeti plus one of his little guys. The choice I think in my mind is either Pit Fighter or Toad Crusader. I think Toad Crusader is a little stronger since the Crusader will absorb 2 hits regardless of what goes into it. I think this is slightly stronger, and if they don't get cleared, I can protect them with my Lord of the Arena. I think that's probably correct. There was also merit to considering keeping Toad for turn 10. So turn 10 Toad Devilsaur, but I'm not sure how important Not sure how important taunt will be. Okay. Okay. Now the pit fighter here is not going to be too bad. Or I could mini bot keeper the. I don't think it's worth keepering the Yeti. Now the Lord is actually, I think it's significantly worse than the pit fighter. I mean, obviously it'll stop damage coming to my face, but I think the pit fighter, it forces with this board state, it forces the owl and the Yeti into it. So let's go for that. And next turn I'll probably mini bot Lord. Problem being, like, my hand is very slow now. I don't really have any tempo cards, and I don't think I have many in this list either. Yeah, so we've got sort of realizing at 4-1, even at 4-0, I think that 4-0 game and this 4-1 game has been quite challenging, especially for this quality of deck. Well, that's not too bad. Exorcist. So Exorcist becomes a 3-4. Exorcist doesn't actually do much itself. It doesn't actually do too much. I think I keep. Yeah, we're. Whoops. Okay, that was stupid. Just shows how rusty I am. I thought for some reason that keeper was 5 mana. But that's okay. We are significantly behind. So making a newbie mistake. Count your mana. Yeah, forgot to count my mana. It's just been a while. I've been away from this game for a while. So if you guys haven't been, if you've been watching the other clips that I've been putting up. Now Devilsaur, I'm just going to straight up die if I don't set up some sort of taunt. But then again, let's see here. How much damage is there? It's just right 11. So I have to set up a taunt. And I think that I keep her the dwarf. And let's throw an armor plating onto the Exorcist to force just one more thing. So it's probably going to be Dark Iron and Dude into the Exorcist. He could have also considered doing Berserker and Protector into the Exorcist. Yeah. So I think we faced up against like 2 Argent Protectors and 1 Dark Iron Dwarf and a Abusive Sergeant. Quite a scary deck, really, to be up against. And I think we're done. There's no way that I can stop this damage, and even if I nerf that to a 3-3, yeah, we're still done. Okay. No, well, let's see. If I heal myself for 4, I go up to 13. I'm pretty sure there's 13 here. There's 13 here. We're done. Okay.
Let the victory is
right. That's okay, and now we are on the cusp of going 4-3. That's fine. I'm actually more. I'm actually keen to just start some new runs, to start some fresh runs, and start from scratch because I haven't played this list for about 3 weeks. So, you know, if it goes this way, it goes this way. If it doesn't go this way, then I'll be happy to get some more rewards. Okay, let's head right back in, and I'll see you guys in the mulligan. Okay, Warrior. I will keep my Brew. I don't think I want to keep either of these, since they die to Fiery War Axe, and they're both fairly slow. Yeah, and I have enough 2-drops. I'm so early game focused. There we go. That mini bot, definitely worth mulliganing for, fighting that mini bot, because it challenges the weapon so well. Eats up 2 weapon charges. Usually eats up 2 weapon charges. So pretty happy about that. Let's see what will happen here. Okay, Mech War. Why would you coin out a Mech War? But do you actually have a mech in your hand? Now, is it better for me? Because the mini bot, if I play the mini bot and he has a weapon, it'll be Mech War and then weapon into the mini bot. So is it better for that to happen, or is it better to just have the Youthful Brewmaster die to a Fiery War Axe? Or potentially challenge the mini bot? I think it's better to have a straight up challenge to the mini bot. And I need to remember, mini bot isn't as much of a threat in Arena. There we go. So there is the weapon. And okay, there are 2 lines of play here, in my opinion. I can shielded mini bot to absorb both attacks from the final War Axe charge and the Mech Wobber charge, or I can Worgen to force the War Axe charge, and then this thing will go face. Let's go Minibot. It'll absorb both of the attacks. Yeah, otherwise this thing just goes 1 for 1. This thing goes like 1.5 for 1. I mean, it'll take 2 health off of the Mech Wobber, so that's not too bad. It's yeah, I think that was a better line of play, although not as mana efficient. Okay, interesting. Oh, he's gonna go straight up. Okay. Do I want to start bombing here? I don't think so. I don't think so. I may have no choice. This is quite awkward.
I wonder.
Do I just develop the Dark Iron? Because the Dark Iron isn't challenged by anything on this board. It sort of wastes the battle cry, but yeah, let's do it. I was thinking about things along the other lines because, you know, thinking about Bomber, Loot Hoarder, but I think that's too dangerous. It's too harmful to my board, and too potentially harmful in general, I think. So just playing the Dark Iron basically as a 4/4, I think that's good enough here because it'll force at least one other minion to go into it. Either that or he ignores it, I guess. Okay, so it looks like he's going to ignore the Dark Iron. Okay, I'm going to spend a Mortal Strike on the Dark Iron. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to Loot Hoarder Worgen this turn. Or do I want to bomb? Does armor even make a difference? Because it's very unlikely that... I think I actually want to bomb first. Yeah, because Loot Hoarder does terribly against the Armor Smith. Whereas the Bomber will... And that's not too bad because it gave him 2 armor and it took 1 away. And now I get to develop the Worgen. And that's actually quite difficult for his board to deal with. Definitely wanted to save the Worgen until after the War Axe was spent. And didn't know that, you know, couldn't have expected a Mortal Strike there, but there it was. Yeah, so we have a fairly neat clear. I'm assuming this Horse Rider will go into my Bomber. And the fairly neat clear of the Annoyatron Armor Smith. That's what I'm planning to do. Annoyatron Armor Smith with the Worgen. If nothing else happens. Then it gives my Loot Hoarder a fairly good... How to say? Okay. Okay. So you're gonna abusive out and clear my... Yep. If only I had a consecration, which I don't. Yeah, this is quite an awkward hand. And I don't want to play Pit Fighter because all it does next turn is kill off the Annoyatron. I need to develop as much as I can. Now it's either you know, Peacekeeper Dude or Peacekeeper Loot Hoarder or Loot Hoarder Dude. I think Peacekeeper Dude makes Peacekeeper Loot Hoarder. Yeah, it makes the most sense because I am low on cards and my cards are so slow. I need to find something that will help me. I mean, the total damage of this board isn't incredible anyway. It's only 7 damage, but not anymore. So this thing's gonna whack me for a significant amount of damage. I think he's probably gonna. If I were the warrior, I would keep the Annoyatron up. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna. Okay. Interesting. Now that's much better. Now we have the Sludge. Do I want to play the Sludge, actually? It may actually make more sense to Pit Fighter Dude here. Because I don't think I'm in any danger of dying. There's 8 damage. He needs to have a Gorehowl to finish me, or like... Even double Mortal Strike's not going to work, but you could have a weapon and a Mortal Strike. Let's go Pit Fighter. Should I Knife Juggler? Should I draw attention with the Knife Juggler? Or is it better to save it? Because if I Dude, it's likely that the 1/2 just kills off the Dude. Let's be greedy. Because we can not tank up, but we can be very defensive in the next turn with Knife Juggler / Belcher. I'm not playing the Devilsaur. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any burst in his hand. Okay. He's going to keep going for face. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to wisdom. Which one do I wisdom, actually? Let's wisdom now, because I may need to draw the card now. Yeah, let's wisdom now. Because I don't know if I'll survive. The hammer doesn't do anything for me right now. Although the knife juggler into sludge belcher will absorb a significant amount of damage. Ah, that was a bad juggle. Really would have liked it to. Ideally, the horse rider. Mech War was not too bad either. But that's okay. I think the sludge belcher will absorb at least 7 damage. Originally intended for my face. And I can hammer the remnants. I'm assuming that the shield maiden will go into the sludge belcher. I can hammer the remnants of the thinger. I might be dead, actually. Hard to say. The death's bite may spell my doom. Ooh, that could have actually gone better, but didn't. Yeah, so he's 1 damage off. I think I think he's gonna run the stalker into the ooze, and then the shield maiden into my face. Shield maiden and chargy dude into my face. Unfortunately, okay, so he's playing more defensively here, or semi, half. Keeper. Let's draw. We need to draw. I need to look for. Yeah, there we go. The earthen ring actually does save me, and I will hammer. Just to reduce damage on the board. Okay, excellent. Now, precluding any other burst, we're 2 damage away. And if I pick up, say, my direwolf, I can taunt up. Yeah, so the Devilsaur, a little, not very good in. Okay, so he's playing defensively now. Good. It means he doesn't have that reach. What's he going to develop though? Okay, there's the Northstorm, but that's fine. I can keep the Northstorm. And that is what I intend to do. And can you play as quickly as I can? So next turn I'll probably dude flesh eating. Okay. Okay. Did you have enough time to attack? Okay, interesting.
Move quickly.
I will move this in. Okay. It's not going to do it. Yeah. I think I was too rushed. I should have. I needed to develop the Devilsaur to put up the taunt. Yeah, it looks like we're done. Well, that was an uneventful end, or a disappointing end, that is, to the promising start of the Paladin Arena run, but these things happen. Yeah. I needed to develop that taunt to give myself another chance to stay alive. And we end up going 4-3. I mean, it's still better than going, 0-3, 1-3, 2-3. 4-3 is still pretty good. You get 7 games out of it. Let's see what we got. Got a pack and some resources. Okay. Let's open up. Okay. Nothing special there. Now let's actually review. So I'm not going to watch the games again, but let's do a review of the arena. So we went down to Paladin, and he had a ton of tempo cards. We went down to Warrior. What was the reason that I lost that Warrior game? I mean, obviously, aside from, always keep Devilsaur combos in mind. Yeah, and I didn't. I hadn't played with it enough, and actually that Norzdormu won him the game because I had to rush my turn, and I went with the greedy play as opposed to the play that I should have gone with, which was the defensive play. So that final turn, I could have gone Direwolf Devilsaur, and that would have saved me for another turn, and that could very well have won us the game. But that's okay. So let's have a quick look at my list. So we still have the list on the right hand side. So let's actually quickly review and what things that what happened with this draft. that kept us at 4 wins. I think there are a number of weaknesses with this list, and I'm just seeing it right now. I think the flesh seeding is okay, but the Lil'Exorcist is really. I think it's a little. It's way too situational. And if you play it in the mid game, the only thing you're going to hit with the Lil'Exorcist in the mid game, well, I mean, okay, not the only thing, but the thing you're most likely to hit is a Shredder, and it still dies to Shredder anyway. So I don't remember my draft, and it may actually be worth rewatching the draft to see how we went. But I think 4-3 is okay. I don't think it's necessary for me to to review my draft when we went 4-3 and I was away from this list for about three weeks. I think I'm just going to leave it there, and leave it there, and then continue playing more arena runs in the future. So what else was there? So the Lil'Exorcist was a little weak. The Worgen, honestly, it's too hard to activate. The Worgen. So let's outline the weaknesses. So the weak cards. So the Lil'Exorcist is I think way too situational. The Worgen seems neat, but very hard to activate on Pally. So the only situation where I you'd pick Worgen maybe a little higher is with Mage, maybe with Warrior, where you have a number of self-damaging effects. What else is there? The Lord, not great. The Priestess, not great. Yeah. The Priestess, not great. Lord is too low health for 6 mana. Priestess, ditto. Yeah, so we had four sort of not great cards, and I mean, ultimately, I think it was my poor play that cost us the game. Because in Game 6, I made a misplay playing the Lord, thinking the Lord was 5 mana, and I was planning to play the Lord of the Arena plus a mini bot, and that didn't work out. And Game 7, the Norse Dormo actually did a lot of work there, because I went for the instinctual play, which is get some value off the trading and grow the flesh eating, but should have gone with the Devilsaur play. So yeah, some lessons learned. We didn't do so well, didn't win any games, but some lessons learned, and got to know a little bit more about some of these cards. So before we finish up, I'm going to have a quick look at our quests: Pally, Warrior, Rogue Warrior, and Mage, and let's consider. So I'm going to line up. I'm going to buy another arena pass, and let's consider next arena. What to play. So what to play in the next arena? It's a toss-up between Warlock, Druid, and Shaman. Now, I have played Warlock before. I don't think I've played either of the others on camera. So, in my mind, and I'm happy to play either, so please, I'm happy to take feedback on which class you would like to see. And again, no guarantees that I'm going to do well at all. Let's just go from there. So let's leave that here. So yeah, let's leave that here. We've got these 3 classes to pick from, and hopefully next time we will do a little bit better. So let's wrap up the video here. Thanks in advance for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Do this with a love, and any gestures of appreciation are much appreciated. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, even though I didn't do any winning. We did at least get to clean up this Paladin run and clean the slate, essentially, for next time. So please let me know what class you'd like to see. Again, Warlock, Druid, or Shaman. And next time I will start up another arena run, and hopefully we do a little bit better. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back with some more Hearthstone in the future. This is NoDust, signing off.